Welcome to Farm Charm Chic. I'm Emily. In today's episode, I have some gift ideas that will hopefully help make your gift giving season a little bit easier. These are all ideas that I have used or am going to give to people this year, so I really hope you enjoy these. If you like crafting, DIYs, dupes, hacks, thrift flips, or just creating in general, I would love if you would consider subscribing. If you like any of today's gift ideas, remember to hit that thumbs up. But let's go make some gifts. This piece of wood is just left over from another project that I had, and I've been saving it, trying to think of a sign to use it for, and I'm going to make a darling little Christmas Believe sign. Now, it's rather plain the way it is, and so I'm using some of this trim that I got from Lowe's. It's very long. It's like 6 feet long or something like that, so I can't fit it all into the frame, but I just found it in the trim section, and there are a lot of different types of trim that you could get to use on the edges of signs. So I just liked the way this kind of looked like candy cane swirls to me. So I just cut it down at a 45-degree angle on each of the corners on the edges. I just measured the edges of the sign and then just cut that down either with a handsaw or a miter saw, table saw, whatever you've got. And then I'm just using some wood glue and just a teeny bit of hot glue to give that really quick hold, and then that wood glue will be that long-term hold. And I'm just going to go like a puzzle piece and glue each of the edges onto here, making sure that I line it up straight with the edge of the sign. And you can see I'm just going to push it down to make sure I get a really good firm hold there. And I just want to make sure when I'm placing the other pieces that the corners line up really well. So just pay attention to that as you're doing this. But as you can see this sign coming together here, that trim really does add such a nice touch to it. Now for my sign, I'm going to paint the entire thing white, both the flat part of the sign and then the trim as well. You just want to make sure that you are getting into the little grooves of all of your trim really well. Either pounce up and down with your brush on all of those little grooves there. Whatever you need to do, a sponge brush would work really well also. Dollar Tree has started to have a lot of different laser cut words for different seasons and different holidays. They both have them in wood and then they also have them in tin. But I am going to use this word that says believe here, and I'm just using like a baby wipe and some red paint to go over this because I wanted to keep that crisp cleanness on the edge of the laser cut sign. Now, you can use a paint marker, which I have discovered is a lot easier than doing this method, even because you sometimes will get some snags from the baby wipes with the wood. It'll leave some of the little teeny like cloth fibers, which I'm not a huge fan of. So if you have paint markers, try that. I think that will work a little bit easier and you can be very clean with those. You can also pick up individual paint markers at the craft store if you don't want to buy an entire pack of them. But I just took the sign, I'm back to my sign here, and I just took some antiquing wax. Now you could also use some brown acrylic paint mixed with some water to do a wash on this if you wanted, but I'm going to go around this entire trim, pouncing all of that antiquing wax into those grooves. And then I'm going to wipe back the excess. I really like the aged look this gives to the sign. I feel like with all of that beautiful trim on there, you want to be able to see the detail. And if you just leave it painted solid, I mean, it looks fine, but I think a lot of that detail is lost in that custom look that you're getting from this, and it looks kind of flat. So I do suggest doing something, whether it is a darker shade of a white paint or something, or just a little bit of a darker shade or lighter shade even of the color that you had used. That's going to let you see those grooves a lot easier. But you can see I do go over again with a little bit more white paint on my brush to brighten up the raised areas. And you can see how in all of those little grooves of that little swirly trim, how it really makes those pop and you can really see those. Since I've distressed the rest of the sign, I take a fingernail file and just go along the edge of some of this word believe to peel back some of the paint, make it look a little rustic. This is just a matter of personal preference, so do as little or as much as you want. I take a little bit of antiquing wax on a baby wipe and go around the edge of the letter so that way I can have that antiqued look rather than the bright color of the wood. And I'm just using some super glue. I like to use the DAP brand. I get it at Lowe's or Home Depot. Gorilla Glue, even super glue from Dollar Tree is going to work fine. but just place a little bit on there, maybe not even as much as I did, but you're just going to center that and press it down and let that dry. I am really pleased with the outcome of this sign. I think this is so beautiful and I love the simplicity of it. It really does make a statement, and that trim, I feel like it sets the entire piece off. I would love to know if you guys have used trim like this before or if you would like to. I had so much fun with this sign. I think I'm going to start using it on some of my other signs because I really feel it gives you that custom look that takes your piece to the next level. Today's video is part of a Christmas DIY gifts collab. I hope that you guys enjoy all of the gift ideas that I have for you, but pinned in my comments and in my description box is going to be a link to the playlist where you can also go watch the other ladies participating in this collaboration. We have Liana DIY and Creative by Nature DIYs and Decor, and we all have such fun ideas for you. You guys are going to have so many gift ideas, you're going to have a hard time picking and choosing which ones to try. So check out that link. Again, it's in my description box and pinned in my comments. Let's get back to making some gifts. For this DIY, I am just using a couple of poplar dowels, the square dowels from Home Depot here. I'm going to make a tea towel ladder. I love having this in my kitchen to hang some cute little tea towels from, or a cute little wreath from, kind of sitting up against my backsplash in my kitchen. So I'm cutting 2 long sides of the ladder down to 14 inches, and I will leave all the measurements, you guys, down in my description box so you can see that. And I'm just using my little miter box there that I got at Home Depot or Lowe's. And you can also get them on Amazon. I'll leave a link to that if you want that as well. And so now I'm just deciding how wide I want my ladder. And then I'm just going to cut down 3 rungs for my ladder. So I've seen them with 2 or 3. It just depends on how many you would like to do on there. But I just cut those down with my little miter saw. And then I'm using my fun little ladybug vacuum there. And then you can see here how I'm spacing these. Now I do want to have the bottom rung a little bit higher. Now I'm just using wood glue to do this, but the reason I leave that bottom rung higher is I want to be able to hang a tea towel or something off of it and not have it like folded weird hanging on my countertop, if that makes sense. And sometimes, honestly, on mine, I don't really use the bottom rung a lot. It just kind of depends on what I have. But I'm just using a little bit of that wood glue on either end of each little rung there, and I will kind of just push them together. And I do all 3 at the same time here. So I glue that bottom one on, and then I'll space, you can see I'm spreading that out. And then I'll space the middle one where I want that one. And then I'll do the same thing with the glue on that top rung. After I glue all of those on, I just use these clamps that I have to clamp them together to make sure that they get a firm hold, and I will just let these set overnight to dry. Really, I mean, after like about 30 minutes, you could probably take the clamps off of this, but look at how cute this looks. This would be such a beautiful gift for someone if you had some extra dollars. I mean, I was at my $5 limit, but you could throw in some tea towels from Dollar Tree in there. These are some I made last year that just came from the embroidery section at Hobby Lobby, and I just ironed on those cute little decals there. But look at how cute this looks. It is a great addition to any countertop, and anybody would love to receive this as a gift. This is a go-to hack of mine for gifts for all seasons, but you take these cupcake cups. I picked these up at TJ Maxx. It comes with a couple different styles. You can also cut them out of cardstock or scrapbook paper if you want to make your own. I find it easier just to have some on hand, but I'm taking a pair of socks from Dollar Tree, and I was able to find these Christmas socks, but they don't have to be Christmas. Keep this in mind for Valentine's Day, for birthdays, for just because gifts. So fun. So I'm just taking these socks and I'm going to roll them up, and once I put them inside of the cupcake, I kind of will like finagle them a little bit here and fold them over so it kind of looks like a cute little cupcake in there. Make sure that it looks symmetrical or just kind of nice in there. And then I'm going to take this lotion. Now I bought, this was a 3-pack that I bought for like $3 or $4, but I'm going to separate it up so I can do several gifts out of it. And I'm just going to stick a little lotion in there. You could easily get something like this at Dollar Tree, hand sanitizer, some nail polish, some chapstick. I mean, the possibilities are endless that you would put in there. And I mean, look at how cute that is. And I realized that I didn't have it quite centered. So I just spun it around in there and readjusted my socks there so that Merry Christmas was on there. And then what makes this so cute is you're going to put this into a cellophane bag. Now these come from Walmart, just in their gift wrap section. I use them in a lot of my DIYs, or a lot of my gifts, not my DIYs. But a lot of my gifts that I give, I like to have them just on hand. It's like $1 for a dozen or something like that. And you're just going to set this down in. And if you wanted to put some little like crinkly confetti or something down in there, that would definitely be a possibility and kind of add something to it. I just like the simplicity of this, and I'm just going to use some Dollar Tree ribbon and just tie a cute little shoestring bow on the top of this. I'll just cut the tails down to the size that I want them. I don't dovetail them or anything. I just cut them off at an angle there. But look at how absolutely adorable that is. It makes such a cute gift. My daughter is actually going to do these as her friend gifts for all of her friends this year. You can also get, if you can't find socks at Dollar Tree, I mean Walmart, you guys know where to buy socks, but I have a link for some on Amazon that are Christmassy and super cute, and it makes them a little bit more than Dollar Tree, but not by much. But such a fun gift idea. I would love to know your thoughts on this. At our house, I love to incorporate the true meaning of Christmas and the birth of Christ as much as I can. So I thought it would be really fun to bring that in with an ornament in today's video. So I have this tobacco basket. It came from Hobby Lobby. It was like $2.99 or $3.99 or something, and then it was 50% off. And they typically have these for all of the different seasons. Sometimes they're different colors. I really liked the brown color of this one. And then this nativity came from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to be using Mary, Joseph, and Jesus and the stable. It does come with the wise men, but I will save them in case I come up with another project for them. But I wanted to leave these their natural wood color, like this blonde wood color, but I wanted them to look like that was intentional, not just like it was just slapped together. So I thought the best way I could achieve that was kind of to soften the edges with sanding it. And this is just going to make that harsh, like laser cut edge look a little bit softer and more intentional. And so I'm just going to put a bead of glue along the base of the stable. Now I don't show on here because I originally glued this on and then realized I wanted baby Jesus to be kind of in the background to add a little bit more depth. So I first glued, you'll see here I have baby Jesus glued down there. I did the same thing with him. I just put that bead of glue on the manger and then placed that down. And then I'm just going to do the same thing on the stable here, and then I will place that, and then I will actually glue Mary and Joseph onto the stable and you'll see how I do that here in just a second. So I just hold that until it dries, and then it's going to give this nice 3D layered look. It kind of, the top of it kind of touches the tobacco basket, so it was kind of nice that kind of helps with a little bit of the stability. And then you can see here I'm just putting a little glue there for Mary. And then I will do the same thing for Joseph on the other side. I love coming up with different ways to incorporate the true meaning of Christmas in our house. And every way that I can bring that in, I just think it adds such a specialness and a great reminder. It's so fun to have all the other things that come with Christmas, and sometimes you can get a little caught up in that. So the simpleness of the true meaning is so fun to be able to bring that in, and it brings such a special feel into your home. So, and I thought that this was such a fun way to do this. So I just fed some of the twine through the little weave of the wicker in that tobacco basket, and then I'm just going to tie them off here. And then I don't want the knot to be seen. So what I will do is once I get this tied off, I just kind of slide it. And you can see I just kind of like to play with the edges there to make them look a little frayed. And then I will just slide that so you can't see the knot here. And it's just kind of hidden back there. And then we have this beautiful nativity. I think this is so elegant and so beautiful. I love the natural tones to it, and I think this would be such a great way to take an inexpensive nativity that you can find at Dollar Tree and have it be like a very big statement piece on your Christmas tree. What do you guys think of this one? For this gift idea, you're going to need 4 of the little Hershey's candy bars that you pick up at the grocery store, and I am going to leave a link for these printables that I have created for you using Canva, so you can print them out and do this as well. We're going to make just a little card nativity. I received this from a coworker a few years back, and I thought it was the most darling little thing. And honestly, if you're wanting to do something religious for Christmas, you just want to throw something together for neighbors or coworkers or somebody, this is so easy. And it is really cute, and you can do it really quickly, especially with these printables. So again, those links will be down in my description box, but I'm just cutting out each of the little pieces of the nativity. I have a baby Jesus, I have Mary and Joseph, and I have the star. And then I printed those just on regular paper. You could do them on cardstock if you wanted to. I will say that the stable that I printed out there, that is on like a photo piece of paper, and so I would definitely do that on cardstock or photo paper. But I'm just using some glue dots. You could use some double-sided tape or whatever you have, and I am just folding these around the candy bar. Now these are all matched to the size here. If you use my printable, they were 3 inches by 1.5 inches if you want to create your own. So each of those little cutouts of the star and the people there were 1.5 inch by 3 inches. So, and then I just printed that stable on a 4x6 photo card. But you can see how simple this is, just folding these over. This would definitely be something that your kids could help you do. They would be great neighbor gifts, or even just gifts for cousins or anybody, just something to throw together that really does kind of have that true meaning of Christmas. And who doesn't love to get chocolate for Christmas? If you do use the printables that I have made for you, I have already sized the pieces that go on the chocolate, come on an 8 by, just a normal sheet of paper, like an 8 by 11, whatever the measurements are of a normal piece of paper. And you'll get like 4 sets on there, I believe. And then the stable is sized to 4x6. So when you print that out, it will just print as a 4x6 size. So you can print it out on photo paper or on cardstock. Now to put these on, I'm just using glue dots on the back of them, and I space them out how I would like them here. Pretty easy peasy. And then I'm just taking the cellophane bag. This came from the like gift section at Walmart, so it wasn't in like a Christmas section or anything. It's just their normal birthday section. And I thought it would be really cute to put a little bit of raffia in there to kind of look like some straw from the manger in there. I thought that just kind of added a little bit something extra in there. So that's totally optional. And you could package this however you want. You could just hand it as the card, but I thought in the cellophane bag it kind of added a little bit more to it. And I'm just using some twine. This is just some red and green twine I picked up at Walmart, and I'm just going to tie this into a cute little bow. Once you print these out, this takes no time at all. I mean, this is such a perfect gift, even for like somebody in your church group or something. But look at how sweet that looks. I think that looks so adorable. Here's just a picture of it all put together, all tied up. I think this is one of my favorite things, and I love giving this out. I have used this a couple of times over the last couple of years that I've given to people, and they honestly love it. It's just something cute, and it really is super simple and such a great reminder of the true meaning of Christmas. I hope that these DIYs got some creative juices flowing and you now have some wonderful gift ideas to make and create for those that you love. Remember that there is a playlist with lots of other ideas linked in my description box and also pinned in my comments. Thank you so much for watching today, you guys. I'll see you next time. Happy crafting! If you liked the video that you just saw and you want to keep crafting together, here's another video that you might enjoy. And as always, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.